But I will recycle all of this cobblestone. Probably won't use it for over there, because I want to do proper underwater, actual rocks for this area. I want to make it look like, all these ships coming in, coming out, have dragged all this sediment and rocks and other stuff, and it's just all piled up at the bottom. That is my idea. That is my idea. Gotta take a screenshot for that. We'll take a breath of air in a second. There we go. Remember when if you were playing older Minecraft and you started drowning, you were basically dead because you couldn't get out of the water fast enough? Because every time you take damage, it would throw you back down into the water. Oh, that was a crazy time, I tell you. That was indeed a crazy time. Doesn't feel that long ago, that, to be honest. There's a lot of old Minecraft series that I want to go revisit, I tell you. Like watching and also kind of like, doing my own version of it. That's what I want to do. There we go. Like, what's an old Minecraft series that I could talk about? Tekkit from back in the day? I did start a Tekkit series, but I want to do like a professional, true Tekkit series. And I would love to do it with someone else in the series, because that's what, was my favourite stuff about that, was people working together to achieve these goals. And that was like the best thing ever back then, You have like 3 YouTubers, they're all working towards a goal and, just having fun, laughs along the way. Kind of like how Yogcast was back in the day, or how what do you call Athmel's area group was. Dang, can't believe how long ago that was. Sachel, that other guy, I always forget his name. I keep thinking it's like Chuck or not, Chuck or Norman for some reason. I just hated that one time how she did not pay her voice actors very well. But I think the funny thing is, a lot of her voice actors went on to be professional voice actors. So it was kind of like, a big laugh, like, oh, you didn't pay me enough, I became, this great voice actor. And they are very great voice actors. Professional stuff, I tell you. They do now, like animes and all that. Alright, let me head up here. There's just like so many like, groups like that, like something's happened or someone didn't get the pay that they wanted or what, was owed to them. And it's just basically ruined the entire crew. That was absolutely, great. But I miss some of those old channels back when they were in their primes. Like, you can see them doing like, oh yeah, they're doing a tournament, they're live streaming a tournament and all that. And like, yeah, that's basically the only thing that they've really done that's multiplayer in use. Oh. I think some of my favourite has to be some of the ones that have just went on to live their life, I tell you. There's been some that have, really deserved. There are some that have went through, like, absolutely terrible, appalling stuff, I tell you. Like, there was this one channel, I won't say its name, but their family was very religious and made the girls do all the work and all that. All the boys just laid around. And they would do this channel together and all that, and it was great, it was great. I loved watching that channel back in the day. But it just grosses me out now knowing all of that information, But you know what? At least, they have like a family now. They're away from their abusive family. And they, they're starting their own family. They have their own child and all that. And it's really just nice, that they don't have to deal with what their family was being so trashy about. Like, come on, Like, at one point they actually bought a house all together, didn't they? I think they did. Kinda awkward, you know. Because there's been like so many like stuff like that. I think one of the most horrid Minecraft crews that I've ever heard about probably has to be like the Sky Does Minecraft crew from back in the day. Like very few of them are actually decent people. Some are scammers with their what do you call it, Minecraft server ranks and stuff like that. You know, the good old, you know, pay to win kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. It really annoys me because, you know, I know how much, you know, they used to do back in the day, and that's how much they've been reduced to. Scum. It really annoys me, that. Let's see, let me shove all of this in here. I've really filled up this backpack again. Let's see. Yeah, I could just shove some of that in there. Actually, that can go into the regular backpack. All this cobblestone can go in here. Alright. Time to get chopping. We'll get rid of all of the wood first. And then we'll get rid of all the sandstone. I'm doing this part of the Maruharu Harbor specifically because I know it's going to be the easiest part. And the other part is going to be the most difficult part. There we go. And let me go break that there. There we go. This is actually a lot more easier than I thought it would be to break. Once getting rid of all that cobblestone, it's just progressed super fast. Alright. Let me break this. Alright. What could we talk about? We were talking about the old Minecraft, you know, series from back in the day. I keep getting recommended to play Terraformacraft, and I really want to play Terraformacraft. But I have the itch to play the old Terraformacraft, and I don't know why. Maybe it's nostalgia, and I know like the new one's actually pretty good, you know. But I just have that like, I love the old one specifically because I watched Ethel's Lab play it. And I know it kind of became repetitive by the end of it, to be honest. Like, even they said, like, you know, it was just not as good as it used to be. And they started that modded series, and that was like a whole blast to watch, I tell you, because that was really nice. But then all that stuff happened in their life, and that kind of just got delayed and all that, so it's kind of sad, that, to be honest. Let me just go like this. And break all of this. Not too bad, to be honest, not too bad. You would even think there was something here. That's the weird thing. I always have that weird, eerie feeling when it comes to like breaking down a build project like this. Like, I've always wanted to do this kind of thing, and you know, I know exactly what direction I want to head in with it. I just want to make sure I go in a good direction for it. When it comes to like build projects I've been working on for a long time, especially like Mass Halden, it's 1,000, you know, episodes plus old, you know, 1,100 plus old. And that just makes me old saying that, but at the same time, I want to do it justice. I want to do something that would make it, you know, remembered. I don't know if that's a weird thing or not, but I want it to be remembered. I've always wanted to do a Minecraft Jungle Paradise, but it would be called Minecraft Desert Paradise. And I've said about it a long time ago, but I want to dedicate like certain areas of my world to kind of what I would do if I did do those, you know, series from back in the day that I planned to do. And that was a desert paradise. Maybe I should do a savannah paradise, that would be cool. A nether paradise, you know, stuff like that. I love the idea of just, you know, taking an area and transforming it into what a paradise would be. Also, I love that this is still like Godzilla over here. It's probably the closest that you can get to Godzilla. That's what I will say. Probably the closest that you can get to Godzilla. Alright. There we go. What time are we at now? 1:10. I did say I would end at 1:30. If we head over that time, maybe 1:45, I'm not sure. But I did promise that I would do another build project if we had time, and we do actually still have time, so I am going to hold my, word, and I will make sure I actually go do it. Alright. Shove all of that sandstone in there. It will be used. I'm not wasting it all. I am going to recycle it. Yes, I do need to do that wall over there. Do not think I've forgotten. I'm just taking a little break from, this desert area. Specifically because I want to head over here. Because Zach build project I'm going to go to. If you've been here for quite some time. It's one of the oldest build projects of my world. Oops. And here it is. The Great Dam Project that I did so long ago. Well, let's get to work. Yes, I'm going this far today. I'm going to take down this old build project. There we go, look at it go. Now, this build project I built so long ago to connect these two areas so I didn't have to walk the whole distance. And I always loved this build project, but it always felt like it was just at ends meet. It was not really truly something unique. And I would love it for being something unique, I would love to do something with it, but if that's going to be the case, I don't want to do it here. I want to do it where I've done other stuff for the dinosaurs, and where I am going to do a lot more for the dinosaurs. And that is this area over here, which is very red wooded. I guess, I should really add some variety to the wood supply over here. I think I might do dark oak along the sides. I think that would be like, nice. It's a dark wood with a dark wood, so it must have a nice, tone to it. If not, I can always add a second wood, that being spruce in between, and it can be dark oak, spruce, redwood. There we go. Not a bad idea, that. Not a bad idea, that. I'm primarily just getting rid of all of the wood stuff, and we'll probably take it one layer at a time. Probably going to take me quite a while to get through all of this, but it definitely will be worth it. There we go. I will probably keep this tiny little bit here, specifically because it'd be nice, to look at this area from over there. Did I not finish this wall? Oh no! I've just realized. I said I finished this wall so long ago. It's not finished. And you know why that is? Can any of you guess? If you've been here for a while, or if you're new, you probably have guessed, but if you're new, you probably have not, and that is, this entire area was once finished. This entire bit here was finished. It had all of its cobblestone, but we suffered a crash in our world, which set us back like 80, 60 episodes worth of progress. So we lost all of the progress, for all of that work. And that is primarily what happens here. You want to try it? You want to try it? That's not so. Alright. So let us go and we'll break all this. But we lost all the progress, and it seems like I never remembered this one build project being fully finished. I thought it was always finished, because I was always looking from it above. But I guess I never dived into the water for, properly for like, 600 episodes.